In this video, we bring the S14.9 to the dyno and manage to break some serious records. What's up everyone, welcome back. We are still at the workshop, but we're getting the S14.9 ready for the dyno. So tomorrow morning, first thing, we have the trailer ready to load the car, finish off our last bits, get it straight in, packed up and off to Lloyd to see what power the S14.9 makes this year. So I'm very excited about the upgrades, the VVTi, bigger ports in the head. We'll just see, you know, you're always learning with these engine packages and things, and this is something new that we haven't tried before, and it'll be cool to compare it to the engine that was in the S14.9, which is now in the 180SX, so we can compare the two and see where we're at. But let's get stuck in, finish the car off and get on the road in the morning. So with just a few hours to finish up everything with the S14.9, it's time for all of us to get stuck in and make magic happen. Mainly we're finishing off intercooler pipes, exhaust, some heat wrapping and final details before loading this up back in the trailer. Some really good progress made again. We have all the intercooler pipes connected, downpipe on, exhaust on, prop shaft on, gear shifter, because we had to modify that because we repositioned it for Simen. Everything is connected, brakes are bled. Now we can hear it for the first time with the exhaust on properly, and yeah, hear it for the first time. So making good progress. We have tomorrow to tidy up a few last things before the dyno on Thursday. So a very good day's work for sure. I used to fit in here better. This is Simon's position. So we've just fired up the car for the first time with everything connected properly. We're going to run the car through some heat cycles, bring everything up to temperature, lean on it a little bit, check the temperatures, pressures, everything like that, and make sure we're good before the dyno. Sounds good. We'll just build a bit of heat into it, get a couple of heat cycles, and everything is working. Up nice and slowly. So good to have this car alive again. They're super strong. Super strong. Oh, it's so good to have this car alive again. On the dyno in a couple of days. We'll see what power this makes. We're hoping to make over 1,000 horsepower. So
It's gonna be pretty wild.
with no nitrous. Sweet. Let's get her tuned up. Early start this morning, left home at 7:30 to head to Port Arlington to DRT Automotive, where Lloyd is going to be tuning the S14.9. So an exciting morning, early start, hopefully means that we'll be finished early and get back home to the workshop. Very excited to see, as I said yesterday, about the power we're going to make with a couple of new changes with the VVTi. The peak power is going to be similar to the 180, so maybe we'll knock 1,000 today, but I feel like I'm guessing that it's going to pick up 500 RPM sooner and maybe make more torque overall in the mid-range. Nice. So like a lot more torque. So that's the goal. So a bit more response and hopefully more mid-range torque. But I think the overall power figure is going to be similar enough. And we obviously have nitrous as well, so if everything's going smoothly and we're on time with everything, we'll test it with the nitrous as well, and then I'm sure we'll see over 1,000 horsepower. So perfect day for a perfect engine. I'm excited. Yeah. Any other questions, Lucas? You have slept all the way again. I had zero company. You literally wake up at the same roundabout. So I come off the motorway, I turn left, turn right, and his head comes off the window and then smashes the window and wakes up.
Is that why my head hurts? Just
maybe.
kidding.
But you sleep this road every time. You've been working out too hard.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person and I didn't work out today. So.
I'm not a morning person either. I hate mornings. But it's alright when it's
It's a beautiful morning though.
Yeah. Do you know what? This morning reminded me of LA.
Yeah.
An LA morning where it was just completely foggy and then the sun lifted the fog and it's really nice. But the only difference is it's 10.5 degrees Celsius here and not like 25. So
what do you complain about? We only got 6 more minutes to drive.
6 minutes. So you've been in this van for what feels like 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And I've been in it for almost 2 hours. Oh. Yeah. So, we're here. I think we're here before Chris, and we're here before Lloyd. So I'll wait for Lloyd to come, plug in, we'll work on the cold start first thing to make sure it starts nice and easily in a cold morning. And here's Chris. Good timing. So it should be a good day.
Not too bad.
Ah, yeah. That's a start, isn't it? I said I wouldn't start it.
So big Lloyd.
How are we doing?
How you doing?
Busy times.
Yeah, it's fairly mental now, but anyway.
Yeah.
It's all part of it.
Yeah. It's the time of the year. Every year, same Okay, breakfast has arrived, so...
Chris is going to feed her a few sausages there.
Oh, I'm excited for this. That is healthy now, isn't it? Jumbo breakfast rolls, sausage, bacon, butter, ketchup, and some hash brown.
What's that?
To make a room for this.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's going on to a batch temperature.
That's that Irish breakfast right there, huh?
All you have to do to be healthy is just work.
Rugby, want you cold?
A bit, yeah. Step 1, Lloyd is plugging into the ECU Master software, and first job we're working on is the cold start. Now the weather conditions were perfect for this. It was a cold, crisp morning in Ireland, and getting the cold start right first time is just very important for future starts at the track. Then I reversed the car straight into the dyno cell. The lads get the car strapped down nice and securely. We're doing some last minute checks, plugging everything in, knock sensor, lambda, all of that kind of stuff, and then Lloyd is back on the laptop, ready to work his magic. Now this is quite an intense time with any tuning session because it's a new engine, it's a new setup, you're hoping for the best, but with a 2JZ I'm always pretty confident. Now we're running the car in the dyno. Lloyd is basically giving the car another few heat cycles, going up through the RPM, and while he's doing this, we're checking under the bonnet, making sure there's no leaks, making sure everything is pretty smooth. He is leaning on it here a little bit. You can hear it's ready to go already, and yeah, it's an exciting time. Everything is looking good under the hood, and I'm ready to see what this baby can do. Already time for the earplugs. Baby sounds like she wants to go. So, going through all the base tuning. We're keeping an eye on the oil pressure. You know, it's on a dry sump, so might need to adjust the regulator a little bit. We're running it in on mineral oil right now as well, so everything has a chance to pan in. I'm going to do all the base tuning, and then once we get some time on it, switch to the good oil and really lean on it. But it's sounding good. It sounds really sharp already. Definitely a different tone from this 2JZ with the Walton Motorsport manifold. Just sounds a bit different. But I can't wait to hear this thing screaming at nearly 9,000 RPM very soon. So, no problems yet. Fingers crossed it stays that way.
Saying, Lloyd, how's it looking?
Everything's looking good so far, and with small thing with the cam sensor there, so we'll fix that. And I'm just going to check the base time and I'll be sure again, so make sure everything's 100%.
This is squatting hard on the dyno, and it's about to burn through the Kevlar arc, so we just removed it. So we've got to make a new hole. First few power runs, she's sounding nice. Between the different head and manifold, it definitely sounds different. I can't wait to hear it without my earbuds in. So what's what here now?
What's that? So,
Is that wheel horsepower or flywheel?
no, that's flywheel.
Okay.
Flywheel.
So this is flywheel, 580.
No, it's 7 something. It's 500 torque.
Holy
It's good. But I think a lot of that's coming from the head, like, because
That's
even
ridiculous.
spring pressure at the turbos kind of, like, you can see it start kind of nose out for a wee bit up top. It's going to need duty cycle, you know, to make it keep
Yeah.
up, like, so.
Yeah.
And that's what
That's
they're
some power at
doing. Impressive, yeah.
1 bar.
Yeah. So.
What? The highest I've had is like 737 at spring pressure, so 1 bar boost, which is insane. Now this head is ridiculously ported, CNC ported. It's got the big BC cams, and you can see it's coming on, I'd say it's coming on a good 500 RPM sooner, is it? 3637. Yeah. That's insane. 2 J's were unbelievable. Is that one of the more impressive ones in spring pressure, do you think?
I know, it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, most of them don't have, like, a fancy head, so you just need boost to make it, you know.
Yeah.
You kind of end up in the same place, you just have to work the whole thing harder, like, so.
I'm pretty blown away by the numbers we're seeing already at just 1 bar. I cannot wait to see what it makes.
We're just starting to crank some boost into it now after changing the oil, and everything going super smooth. I can't wait to see the direct comparison from VVTi GE head, for anyone wondering, CNC ported, to the GTE non-VVTi CNC ported head. So pretty much the same spec cams, everything else in the engine is exactly the same. And for anyone wondering why I didn't do VVTi before, basically when I was using all the 2JZs between the Eurofighter, the Falcon S14 and this car, we wanted to have a spare engine kind of aside, and that spare engine would have fitted any of the 3 cars. So now that we're mainly campaigning this car, we'll build a second VVTi to have as a spare later on in the year. So definitely seeing benefits. Excited to see what she'll make. I think it's going to make about 1,000 again, and the engine would make a lot more, but the turbo will be just restricted on the air it can flow. So, but the good thing about 1,000 horsepower with this setup is it's going to be extremely responsive. 920 horsepower. So we're about 5, maybe 6 pulls into raising the boost since changing the oil. We're already at 933 horsepower. It just loves air. Keeps making power. Alright. That's why we took the R shot.
Everything's working pretty good so far, to be fair. I'm just slowly working up the boost, you know, in increments. And everything's working pretty good, so I'm pretty happy that way. Obviously we have a nice bottle over here as well for, that'll be the finishing touch, so we'll see if we can set a new record here today. But it's working pretty good, so we're pretty happy.
What do you think about the engines, VVTi versus non-VVTi?
The VVTi is much more superior.
Yeah.
Always has been. For drifting anyway. You know, for other forms of motorsport, it's not so important, but for drifting it makes a huge difference. So
What is the huge difference?
I will show you it all at the end,
Okay.
but basically the biggest difference is normally like below maybe 6,000 RPM, the engine will make much more torque. So that makes it much easier to get the wheels to spin. So drift cars, despite like what it might seem like, don't always spend all their time at high RPM, having that torque down low makes a massive difference for drivability. You know, so it just makes the car easier to drive, and that's our goal here. Is number one, make the car fast, but also make it easy to drive.
What do you think is the power going to be on this? So we're down with the last.
I don't know what's going to cross. With the nitrous, it's definitely going to make over 1,000. Without it, I think we're probably going to end up about maybe 970, 980-ish. That's where I think we're going to be.
He knows what he's doing, huh?
It's really good. Lloyd is brilliant, and what I really love is how much he knows ECU Master software, and he's worked a lot with the main guys over at ECU Master in the factory in Poland, and he just does know his stuff. But let's have a chat.
Right, everything is working unbelievable here. I'm already blown away by the numbers. I'm gonna give it one last top up of fuel into the radium cell, and let's see with one last push what this baby can make. It's pretty impressive.
What?
That's crazy.
What the hell?
Is that what nitrous?
No nitrous.
No nitrous. Almost 400 horsepower.
Oh, hey. Holy shit. What a monster.
I knew when it turned it down.
Yeah. I'll save the nitrous for the Mustang, I think.
Yeah. You don't need it. What the heck?
As you can see, I'm pretty speechless with these numbers. Like, it's a lot more than I expected, and what a monster.
This is the 180, the orange.
Yeah.
It made, what did it make?
980, 970?
Yeah, it was one of the runs, maybe not the max run, so 960 in this run.
Yeah.
And this is the S14 and it's making, I don't know, 1100 and I think it made 1150 or something, 1130. But you can see the VVTi coming on so much sooner and longer torque band. We have over 100 foot-pounds of torque extra and yeah, almost 150 horsepower more. Crazy.
Guess how much boost that was?
2.2?
2.3.
Was it?
That's everything she thought, like. Right,
She did it though.
Oh no, I'm surprised, like, but not you're wrong, like.
You're saying 980, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. That's normally where the turbo tops out, so.
So you should be
Obviously
surprised.
it's a good head.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty clear now the difference between the VVT and the
Oh,
non-VVT.
crazy.
Everything else is the same.
Yeah.
And we're like.
The only bad comparison we had with the 180, but I don't know if it was going to cause an issue, was the intanks and the intercooler. This intercooler is better.
Yeah. Well, like, if you look at like 4,000 RPM, like you've probably, I don't know, an extra 300 foot-pound torque or something like that.
That's insane.
Pretty good.
She's a healthy 2J.
Pretty good, man.
She broke the record of the Dyno, did she?
You'll have to see if the Mustang do better next week.
The Mustang will definitely break the noise record.
Oh yeah, but it already holds that, so it'll be breaking its own record.
What we can do at spring pressure, if you want to make sure it's working, we can just do a pull at spring pressure.
I can also set it up so the nitrous works whenever you're coming on boost.
Yeah, like a spooling
I
thing.
would honestly be scared if we spray the nitrous on top of the boost.
Oh,
Probably
100%.
would split the block. Like it's still
Yeah.
still a
Nah.
block. Like
I don't think.
like she would definitely do 1,000 foot-pound, no problem with nitrous. Like no question. I just
Nah.
you don't want to be ringing Mike and telling him you want to
No,
put
no,
back
no.
together.
I don't think Simen will need a nitrous in this car at all. Simen, you don't need a nitrous. This is by far
Well, like
the most
brown-
impressive 2J I've ever
the
had.
brown lines on the graph is how it was when Simen drove it last.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. Good work.
Pretty happy.
Very happy.
Believe me now, VVTi good.
Oh yeah. I always knew it was good, but like when I had 5 GTE heads
It's,
and one spare between the
but
cars.
people don't always get it that the VVTi makes more on top as well.
Yeah.
Because you had to advance then the cam on the non-VVT to get your mid-range, and then that was sacrificing on top. Whereas now you're basically getting the heavier kick needed to get the best of
Like that is super responsive and big power.
Yeah. Like
I cannot wait to drive this car, man. I'm gonna put the Velinos on the back, drop them to 8 PSI and do a wheelie. So, great success. Very, extremely very happy. I think we made 1130 something horsepower with no nitrous, and then we just checked the nitrous at lower boost levels to make sure it was working. But there's just no point running the nitrous all the way with that much power and big torque as well. So very impressive. Definitely the best 2J I've ever had. So huge thanks to my brother Mike for building an amazing engine, Chris and the lads for putting it all together and into the car, and Lloyd for tuning it and the ECU Master software. But extremely happy. I'm excited to get the Mustang here now. Potentially next week is the goal. I know we'll definitely break noise records, unfortunately, but I don't know about power figures. It's going to be hard to beat this, I think. All right, so very successful day here at the Dyno with Lloyd, and huge thanks to Lloyd for putting in the time and effort, and yeah, very happy to make some serious numbers with this 2J. Yeah, so very good day out in general, all finished up before lunchtime. Now we're going to head back to the workshop, and yeah, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Oh, a good car.